2006, they have the Big Ten Freshman of the Year in Sabrina.
Coach Lawson, the 7th straight NCAA tournament selection for your team. Those 7 are the only 7 in school history. I know you guys want to host. That's your game. That's your goal, is to host. But you still have to be happy that you're in the NCAA tournament. You now have 7 straight NCAA tournament selections, and you have to be happy with where your program is.
I am. I mean, there's not a lot of programs that can say they've been to 7 straight regionals, so we feel good about that. Obviously, we're not satisfied that we didn't receive a national seed. With that said, I think any time that you can make the tournament, you have a shot. So we feel good about the fact we have a shot in the tournament, and hopefully we'll have a good showing and come through it.
Didn't play your best softball down the stretch this season, but you have to like the chances that you have heading into postseason play, knowing that a majority of this team that you currently have experienced that Women's College World Series run last year.
Yeah, I think the experience factor of the postseason definitely is an advantage for us. And the other thing I think is an advantage of, even though we didn't finish strong, we have a lot of experience against nationally ranked teams who are very good. So hopefully we've learned from that in the regular season, and that we can take what we've learned into the postseason, and it'll help us against 3 great teams.
One thing people don't really look at initially, but kind of look at once you take a look back at the bracket, is you guys are going to be able to drive to South Bend, pretty short drive. You're going to be able to get, since you play Friday, another 3-4 days of practice in here. How valuable is that going to be, considering you've already had 3 full days since losing early in the SEC tournament?
Yeah, well, you never want to lose early in a tournament, but there is the added benefit of being able to work on some things that you haven't had an opportunity to since February. So I feel great about that. Being able to drive is great from a few standpoints. We get to practice. You're not as fatigued when you don't have to take a plane flight. We've never been to Notre Dame, so I think that's going to be exciting. They're an incredible program, and it's a storied university, so to be able to be there, I think is going to be an exciting time for us. And then just to play Northwestern. Northwestern is a program that's done a great job over the years. They're going to be a great offensive team. They're going to be well coached, and it's going to be exciting to play somebody we haven't played before.
What do you know about Notre Dame, Northwestern, and Ball State, just in general about their squads this year?
You know, this is the first time I'm going into a postseason. I don't know a lot. The team that we're most familiar with is Notre Dame, just because we've matched up against them in the postseason before. With that said, they have a great offense, and they're always coached really well. Notre Dame, or Northwestern, always has a tremendous offense. They can always run. They can hit for power. They typically have a lot of left-handed hitters. So that's a typical Northwestern team. They're going to be very feisty. They're going to have a lot of energy. And we don't really know a lot about Ball State. Familiar with their coach, because she was the coach at Western Kentucky prior to coming here, and she would be familiar with us from that standpoint. But as far as Ball State, don't have much familiarity at all.
Mentally and motivation-wise, what are the things you're going to look at this week to try to get this team off its current kind of unlucky, kind of snake-bit type skid that it's currently on, and put that in the past and push forward to hopefully a long postseason run?
Well, all year I've put a lot of weight and a lot of pressure probably on each individual player to do well individually and to rise to the occasion. And now I think it's time that we get together as a team. We play hard as a team. We get to feed off of each other. We have a lot of energy. We have a lot of passion, and we go out there and we play light and loose. And the fact that we just live to play another day, I think that's really exciting for our team, and I think they're going to be able to take that and run with it.
Last question is, the ESPN even talked about it during your selection of an unbelievably challenging schedule for you guys this year. It's number 2 in the country. Your SEC schedule was the toughest, bar none. How has that prepared you for what's lying ahead the next week, hopefully the next couple weeks?
Well, it's prepared us from the standpoint of even though we haven't ended up on the winning end of a lot of games, we were able to take a lot of outstanding offenses and keep the runs down. And then I think offensively we've gotten a lot better over the last 3 weeks, and we were able to learn from what those great offenses in our league did, and we were able to add it in our game, and we continue to get better and better every weekend. So I just think the fact that we've been in the fire, that we didn't do as well as we'd like, but tonight's proof that we survived it. So I think we're going to be able to take what we learned from them and hopefully be able to compete really hard against Northwestern.
Good luck.
Thank you.